We got the FC24 Unimog on the table today. I'm going to be doing a little, since I've had it for a while, walkthrough, kind of talk about what I've done since I've had it. Obviously the red one has a little bit more going on because I got it first. So the gray one, let's start with it. The gray one, straight out of the box, mostly untouched. All I did was change the rubber on the tires to Little Guy Racing Parts Trench Kings, and I painted the bed. And I didn't do anything fancy with the paint. All I did was scuffed it a little bit with like 300 grit sandpaper, masked off what I wanted to mask off. Not that good of a job, but it kind of gives it character. So I sprayed it with a tan first, let that dry, and then I got a dark brown paint, sprayed the dark brown paint, and before it had enough time to dry, I wiped it off to give it kind of this wood texture look. It came out pretty good. I'm happy with the results, and it really breaks up all that gray that it originally had. So that's all I've done to this. Besides just driving it, that's all I've done to that one. The red one, on the other hand, quite a bit more work done to it. Like I said, I got it first. Same thing with the bed paint. Did the same thing on this one as I did the gray one. The gray one just happened to turn out a little bit better. I added some little things in the bed just to give it kind of a scale look. I added some recovery points, fifth wheel or a spare tire holder, a little headache rack with some chains that when you're crawling gives a little bit of movement. And these are the tools off of the SCX24 Power Wagon. I don't remember where I got the sandrails from. They probably came in a kit of accessories I bought a while back. But this headache rack is actually the roof rack off of the K5 Blazer. It sits just about perfect height with the top of the cab, so it doesn't really look towers over it. And then we've got the light bar off of the K5 along with the sport bumper. So to mount this light bar, once I remove the orange lenses, you're left with 3 holes in each of this. You've got where you could put an LED strobe in the orange, and you got the 2 little tab where the orange clicks into the windshield plastic. All I did was put a screw through one of those tabs to the light bar to hold it in place, and then I conveniently had a hole to feed the wires through, so I didn't have to drill a hole in the top of the cab. And then I folded the wires down when I pushed the LEDs in to give it a nice clean-ish look. And then I can't really see it too well. Let's see here. I glued the wires right along this A-pillar so you can't see it from inside and outside. Nice clean look. And then all that, the LEDs are, I think they're like $6 or $7. I'll put a link to it down below if you wanted to do these, even for your Blazer, if you wanted to put lights in the Blazer, if you have one of those. All it does is plug into, so this is to the LED. I'm sorry. This goes to the ESC. This comes off of that. It's a little Y, and all you do is plug in your headlights. And then I'm a little bit of a unorganized mess, so I just kind of jam everything off in one side. I will get double-sided tape at some point. But the cool thing about the Unimog is the battery's hidden up here, and I took the Velcro off when I painted the interior tan. Make sure we're not blinding you. I painted the seats in this one tan because red and gray wasn't going too good for me, so red and tan looks a little bit better to me. Still got dirt from when I had it out last. So that's the top of the truck. I really like the look of this Unimog. It's one of my favorite FCX models, aside from the Power Wagon. Now we go to the bottom side of it. Stock electronics. I haven't upgraded anything. I have burned through a servo running these real big wide tires and weighted on it. So I've got brass portals, brass C-hub. These are the FC24 Smasher bead locks. So they're a little bit wider, and this little copper ring, I'm going to make a video on it, why I have a copper ring. The bead locks don't really grab crawler tires too well. They will grab a little bit, but if you go to pull like this, they'll come out of the bead. And mounting the Sport Blazer, mounting the Blazer Sport bumper, all I did was just screw it to the bottom. So there's a little bit of play in the body. It will come up a little bit, but not enough to worry about.